I decided I'm not gonna go for crazy RR. I don't care what other people are doing on Instagram and making, like, I don't give a shit about that. You literally have to follow a plan and stick to it.
In high school, I asked my parents, like, if you give me money, I can grow that. They trusted me. They gave me the money. They took a loan. So it was a mistake.
What is one piece of advice that you could give to somebody to get them to that stage? Welcome everyone to another episode of Traders Talk podcast, where we sit down with some of the best funded traders, non-funded traders, so we can hear their story and we can, use their struggle to fuel our own fire. Today I have Sam. He goes by Banks with Sam, I believe, on Instagram. So if you're involved with the Instagram trading world, you definitely have come across his profile. And he is a profitable trader. He's funded with my Forex funds. And so we just want to hear Sam's story, man. I've been following you for a little while. I've seen you posting some really good wins, some losses. You've been very transparent from what I've seen. And I've been following your journey. And I just want to get to know your story, man. So how are you? Let's start with that. I'm
perfectly fine, man. What about you?
I'm great, bro. I'm great. August is a weird trading month. Just getting ready for a big move, and I'm really excited to start trading in September. So, man, let's just jump into these questions so we can get this thing going, because I know you guys don't like too long of a podcast. So the first question I always love asking, and that's the reason I made this podcast, was to find out what a trader's story was like before they found trading, and how their life sort of evolved. So Sam, my first question is, like, what was life like for you before trading was even introduced into your life? And what were you doing at that time? What was the game plan? Were you trying to go to school? Were you trying to, what were you planning on doing before you found trading?
So in the beginning, I always had ambition. Like, we had to do something, like, gotta make money, because as you know, like, most of us are like middle class family and things like that. So I really wanted to do something else, to do something different here. So I always was searching back in 2018, I believe. 2018, I was really searching, what should I do, man? Like, got across like a lot of things. Trading came in the place later on, but let's just start with the 2018.
Okay.
So I was searching, and I was in a school at that time, and I was in high school. So I was searching. I came across some kind of e-commerce thing, some marketing, drop shipping thing. So now 2018 gone. Now I have learned a lot of things. Now I'm like, I got to implement, man. But to implement the thing, I'm like, man, I fucking need money, and I have no job. I'm at school now. I got to find a way, like where do I get the money? Right. So as a teenager, man, in a high school, I asked my parents, I told them, hey, this is the business, like, I see a lot of potential in that, like, if you give me money, I can grow that. So they kind of trusted me, man. It was my first business.
Oh, damn. Wow.
So they trusted me. They gave me the money. They took a loan, and I was like, okay, man, let's just do it. So it was a mistake, because I was new, and I built in one store. I paid some Instagram influencer. It was a small influencer. I didn't do much research, and paid to them. Didn't got one sale, man. They didn't even got one sale, man. I was really pissed. I was like, man, what the fuck? Damn. I'm putting a lot of efforts in that. I built my stores, shown to my friends. They are like, okay, it's looking cool. And didn't got a sale. Already spent like half of my money with that store thing, like designing that thing. Right. You got to pay for everything, even for the apps, even for the ads. So just paid that didn't work. So I still was having half of the money left. So I'm like, man, what else I can do? I still have half of the money, which, like, my parents took a loan for me. So I was not having some kind of stress on my mind. I got to pay that, because that was like my parents' money. I was like, okay, they will pay it, which was also kind of wrong part. But anyways, I was kind of young at that time. So so still was having half of the money, and
that's when
then some fucking okay. Right. Then some ads started to pop up, like binary options, things like that. It was in almost like last of the 2080, like November, December, things like that. So I was like, okay, man, let me see this. So I opened up the account. That was binary option, man. Like, I hope you know, like it's a fucking scam, man.
I don't know.
Anyways,
Yeah. Okay. Keep going.
yeah, I just opened the account
Yeah.
and sign up with that, put in the money, put $100 in that, and I started to trade. And I was just pressing buy, and I was like, okay, if I can make like $10, I'm gonna close it. I don't know, like I don't know anything about stop loss. I don't know anything about. I mean, I don't know anything about any like
Right. Right.
support resistance. I don't know anything. So, literally, like lost it all of that money in like the span of fucking 10 days, maybe. And binary option, like you got to predict if that if the price is gonna close 1 minute above your entry or below your entry, you're gonna make money. So literally spend it like half of that loan in that.
Oh.
So money gone. I was having nothing because I was young. Here in my country, job is like you're not gonna get like more than $200 or something, man.
Yeah, I know.
300 max, I think, if you're having
A good.
a good
better job.
experience, I believe.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, so I still was searching, man. Now trading was introduced to me, and once you see that ad and you fucking sign up with that, you see more ads,
Yes.
and I was like, okay. And then some stock market ads started to came up. I was like, okay. Then I started to search up a little bit about that. I'm like, okay, little bit of technical stuff. I came to know about that. Yeah. Still, I was not introduced to Forex, but I was introduced to some investing space at that time. So, yeah. And then started to learn a little bit, started to see, okay, man. Then I realized, man, I was not using, I was not even using stop loss. And first of all, in the binary option, like there was no stop loss thing. Like either price goes in your favor, either it's closing like to the downside or upside, or like opposite your favor, I would say. So yeah, stock market learned a little bit, and then I purchased a course, and I'm not gonna name the community.
Right.
I don't know if they will allow me or
Yeah.
not. Anyways, so I just purchased a course, learned a little bit about the technicals. They taught me that, so I put it money into the stock market. I was still yeah, I didn't make any progress like in terms of trading and things like that. And at that time, I was also doing the job. I just passed out from my high school in
Okay.
2018, I believe. Yeah. At that time, I just got my job, so that's why I was having money for the mentorship.
Okay.
Because my parents already took a loan. They're not gonna believe me on second time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I can't really ask them because I already took the money,
Yeah.
so they're not gonna believe me. So as I mentioned, I did a job, and for good 3-4 months, I did a job, and yeah, so saved up the money a little bit, bought a course, and yeah, so I was doing that trading thing side by side,
Okay.
stock market.
Stock trading.
Okay, so yeah, stock
Okay.
trading, right? So and then a time came here in my country, they cut it up the leverage to 5x. Like previously it was
Yeah,
20x,
yeah, okay.
they cut it to 5x. Now I need like a lot of capital
lot of
to
money.
even earn 10,000 rupees.
Right.
My country, if I talk about,
Right.
yeah, if you see in dollars, like $200. If
Yeah.
you want to earn $200, I don't know, like $2,000 or something,
Yeah.
or maybe
A
a little
lot
bit
more.
more, because margin leverage was really less. Now I'm like, what should I do, man?
Right.
Yeah. Now I'm like, what should I do, man? I don't have capital though. I'm like
Yeah.
in my country, don't have a job. Even if I have to, even if I had to afford that 2,000, I gotta work for like fucking year or fucking 1.5 years or something.
Right.
I'm like, man, this thing is not gonna work like that. We need
Something
a plan
else.
here. So then I was searching, and then Forex came up, and I was like, okay, you can hold the trades, man. That's really good. You just gotta pay some swaps and thing, and they're not gonna charge you. Leverage is good. And then Forex came to me. I think it was in almost like 2019,
Okay.
November or December 2019. Forex came to me,
Okay.
and then yeah, and then still I was doing it side by side. I was not really focusing that much on that, I would say. Still, I was doing it side by side, and yeah, and after that. Yeah, I think I was doing it side by side, and after that, that COVID thing came up.
Right.
And I was on my job also, man. It was sales job. Like I gotta we gotta call people and we gotta convince them to buy the product from us.
Right.
All right. So I was a kind of salesperson, some kind of, you can say. I was not visiting like door to door. I was not doing door to
It's
door
over the
sales. It was
phone.
good. I was
Yeah.
just calling people's here.
Right.
So I was really kind of within a month I gathered the knowledge, and I came to know how things are working here, like for sales.
Okay.
And within a month I became some kind of top performer there. So my boss and fucking my, like owner, whatever you
Right.
want to call it,
Right.
CEO, they started to like me. They're like, okay, you're performing good, man.
Right.
So they didn't raise anything, but they were just kind of liking me.
Right.
So they kind of wanted more from me. So I
Okay.
was like, okay, because I didn't know shit, man. Like people like like take benefit from you anyways.
Right.
Um, so then COVID came up. All the members, like all the employees, which was working in that company, as COVID came up, they fucking was not having no money. So they picked up the best performer for that, and they just contacted me. They was like, "Can you work from home for us? Like, we will give
Right.
you 50% of the salary that you was getting." I'm like, "Okay, I don't have anything. Let's just fucking do it."
Let's do it. Yeah.
And Forex, I was still doing a little bit.
Right.
It was in COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Still doing Forex a little bit, and yeah. Then they was giving me half salary, and I was like, okay, anyways, I'm not gonna do anything in COVID, so it's better than
Might as well
nothing.
make something. Yeah.
So I was doing a job. Um, so I was doing a job. I did spend it good like 3 4 months at home, and then lockdown opens up. We started to go back to the job, and at this point of time, I've gained very good knowledge of that particular business, of that sales business, like how they are doing the things. And I'm like, okay, like I don't have to work for them, man. If I know how this thing works out, how they
Right.
kind of run their thing, I can do it on my own. I don't fucking need them. So this thing came up to my mind, and we was two good performers, I would say, not top performer. We was having kind of doing good sales there. So we was two people. We just teamed up, and I discussed with him. He discussed with me. We was kind of having same kind of mentality, like we want to do something. So it was I think 2020 after the COVID, like October, something like that, like
Okay.
November or something, September, I don't know. Yeah, year was about to end here. So I talked to him. I was like, man, we fucking know how this thing works, man. Well, like we should do it. We should do it on our own. We don't need them. He agreed with me. I left the job.
Right.
I left the job because I don't. We didn't left the job at once because I didn't wanted them to know, like,
Right. Right.
oh man, they left the job, man. They are about to do something. I don't want to create that impression on them. So how their business was working in COVID is they shifted everything online. First, they was doing offline thing, and they shifted online now. So I was like, man, we don't have to go anywhere. Let's just do it online. So we run a little bit of ads and things, and started to get a very amazing response. Like we did like 20 sales in 15 days, which was really good milestone for us. And the money that we was getting, it was like I would say revenue. I would say like we still have to purchase the
Right. Right.
product.
Right.
The revenue we got, it was like almost like 10 to 15 months of our salary.
Oh
And we was
wow,
like,
that's not bad.
man, this is fucking amazing. Like we are running ads, people are fucking talking to us, people are believing in us. Let's just scale this thing. We started to make more plans. Like we got to do that. We got to open this niche now, and we got to scale that. We made a lot of plans, man. Like I don't know, I don't even know, man. We made a lot of plans. We
Right.
both, and we was having no employees. We was just doing sales on our own. And now at this point of time, forex, I was not doing forex at all
Oh, so you
because
stopped.
as you know, like you get, I didn't stop. I was like, okay, let me get the more money, then I'm gonna start. Then okay,
Right.
I didn't stop. I was not like I'm not gonna do forex now. I was still was gonna do it, but just stop like for 3 4 months, I would say. So um yeah, at this point we was like making a lot of plans, man. And then my ex-boss came to know like we are fucking doing better than them. He called me. He was like, "You have to sign no due. Like we don't have anything. We have nothing against you, nothing pending. All salaries given." I'm like, okay. Uh, I just have to sign the no due.
What is that? What's
It's
a no
K.
deal?
No due is kind of form where companies like we don't have anything against you. Every salary, every penny is paid to you. So
Okay.
a company is not owing you anything. So that was the
Okay.
thing. I just got to sign them. It was just he was just making me fool basically. He was just so
Right, right, right.
I got to him and he first hour, 2 hour, he was like, okay, I'm just making a fucking note of you. I was like, okay, just make it and I can go home. And within after fucking 2 hours, he just showed me my fucking side. Like you're running this business. So
Okay.
first of all, I'm in the first minute, I'm like, what should I do, man? I'm like,
So what? You're not
should I
doing
say
anything
this is
wrong.
my business? Actually, they did took some like signature and things like that in the first
Okay.
place when you just joined the
When
company.
you okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Okay.
yeah. For like you can discuss anything about the
Yes,
business for
they
that
do
particular
that.
time period.
They do that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. I did the same thing. So I'm like, man, what should I do in about a minute or two? First minute, I'm like, I don't know anything about this side. So, and they're like, we still have that paper. We can fucking file a lawsuit against you. So now I'm like, man, I don't really want to get in that fucking thing because, as you know, like once you get up to that side, it's just time waste, a lot of money gone. Like I'm like, I don't really want to be there. So I just said, yeah, this is my business. If we was doing 1.5 sales a month, then I think we was not gonna get noticed by
Right,
anybody
right,
because we are just playing small there.
right.
But we started to play big here. Like a lot of sales started to come in, and their business was getting affected. So they just called me, and I accepted it. It's my business. What I'm doing wrong?
Right.
Because they just forced me. We're gonna put a lawsuit against you. So I'm like, what should I do? They just called my partner and we just discussed. So we agreed on paying every penny that we have. So even my, like, we was having two bank accounts. Like, my bank account was separate and the business account. So they took every penny from the business account and they took every penny from fucking my account. The gadgets that I
Damn.
bought, like laptop and things like that, they took everything, bro. Like, they took everything. It was
What the
in
fuck?
2021, September. No,
And you
it was
agreed to
mid
this?
2021.
Like you had agreed to this?
What?
Like you said, okay, just
Yeah,
like
I
don't do the
agreed
law.
to that.
Okay. Oh,
I agreed to that because like they was gonna file some lawsuit against me. I was not having that much education. Like if they file a
right, right,
lawsuit,
right.
either I'm gonna get in, man. What the fuck I'm gonna do? I was not having anything, any education. I would say. I'm like, okay, let them do. If we build it, we will build it again. Fuck it. We was having young, like we was
Right, right,
okay. It's just yeah, we was not married or something. Like we don't have so much responsibility. If we was having, I think we would have affected a little bit more.
right.
So I'm like, okay, I got in the first month, I was really depressed, man. Like, man, what the fuck, man? They took every penny. Now, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Then, yeah, then I picked up myself. I'm like, man, don't forget who you are. You did a lot of things, and yeah, you still can do it. Then I picked up another job at gym trainer, things like that. Did another sales
Right.
job for a couple of months, and now Forex started to mid 2021.
Okay.
Okay. Mid 2021, I again started to pick up on Forex. Why? Because I was having nothing, bro. Like, I was like, okay, let me focus on that because already everything is gone now. Maybe I can get a job. I can do a funding thing. And I already knew about funding thing and everything. Okay. It's like at this point of time, I already have explored a lot of things like about Forex, how this thing works, like funding companies and things like that. So, yeah, now I was doing jobs and I was just trying to save money for the funded account. Lost couple of funded accounts. Just gonna cut the story short because just doing job, there is nothing
Right.
new to tell. Like just doing job
Okay.
and no, just saving up the money. Did 10K, lost it. Did another like 5 to 6 challenges, lost it. Did jobs for like 6 7 months. lost it. And then I started to say to myself, I've learned a lot of things in that span of time, like how psychology works, like we are losing, like how people react, how I am reacting to a trade, how I am reacting, like how when I lose the trade, when I lose the challenge. So like I've built enough data here, like so how the things are performing with me, with within me, inside me, like outside me, whatever the thing or whatever the case might be. So now I decided to say to myself, okay, I'm wrong here, man. So we need to fix that. I said to myself, we need to fix that, bro. At this point of time, I already forgot about that thing, man. It's really kind of, I don't know, like how I forgot that much big thing. Now I don't even care, man. I forgot about that, like the money that I have, whatever the case is. I forgot everything. I don't know if anybody else was there, if anybody would have done the same thing or not. I don't know. I think I was having Forex at that time. I was so focused on that
You didn't
my
care.
past didn't work. Yeah, I didn't care. I think that was in my mind. Like I lost it. I think I was so focused on this. I got to make this thing work, man. So at this point of time, I instead of taking 10K, I took 20K challenge.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I think 20K can solve a lot of my problems, and I took the 20K. And at this point of time, I was not targeting too much. I was not getting greedy. I tried targeting like 1 to 5, fucking 1 to 6. Like I was not getting greedy here. I was just targeting 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 max here. And with this approach, with 1 to 2 trades a day, 2 trades max, I passed my 20K.
Perfect.
So I was really happy at that point of time, and I just immediately I left the job, man. I'm like, fuck it, we're gonna do it. Already have like I think 2 3 months of expenses saved. I am living with my parents, and at that time also I was living with them. So I was not really having any issue with shelter, food, clothes, and things like that. Of course, clothes like I mean I buy it myself, but food and shelter I was not having any issue. So 20K passed, and at this point of time I was lost it like a lot, man. Like so at this point of time I'm like I can't lose this, man. It's just my everything here. So I was just aiming to make like 500 2 weeks, 300 in 2 weeks. So with this goal, I think I ran that 20K for very good, like 6 months.
Damn,
which was really good. Yeah, with this approach, I ran it like for 6 months. Was not getting greedy. Was not like these Instagram gurus, fucking YouTube thing told you like
slowly, not over
10% a month. Yeah, you gotta make 10% a month. That's fucking gonna make you 10K for 100K.
Yeah,
I didn't really follow that approach, man. Like, so yeah, ran it good for 6 months, and then I was having enough money to buy 100K.
Right.
I think I bought my 100K in 2022. I think March or something.
Okay.
So yeah, and I passed it
good job.
in the first try. Yeah, I passed it in the first try. And again, the 100K, I'm still running it for like almost like I don't know, like March, April, like almost like 5 months. I don't know.
Right.
Still, my approach is same. Only got to make like 2%, 3% a month. That is all.
Honestly,
and
that's
in
enough.
this time period, yeah, in this even 6 months, I still faced a lot of drawdown issues.
Right.
Like I got to like 6% drawdown. I still recovered it, and I got to 4% drawdown. I still recovered it, and yeah, I mean it's common. Like you will face a little bit drawdowns, which man, I just recovered it. Why? Because on the weekends I was really focusing on that thing. I was focusing on myself, resetting everything,
right,
and just coming up as a new person. Like forgetting about that loss. Fucking okay, that happens now. Just looking at the charts as a reset. I just resetted myself, looking at the charts in a very new perspective here. Okay, just forget about that thing. Now we gotta. I think that thing helped me in like just coming out of drawdown. Even with that 20K, once I got in 7.5% drawdown, which I still kind of recovered it.
Yeah.
With this approach only, but just targeting 2 or 3 that's all. I still recovered it. Yeah. And now I still have that 100K, and I'm planning to add more in my list. Probably gonna buy it after this August, because as you know, man, August is
Yeah,
like
August is trash,
shitty
bro.
month.
That's
Yeah,
bro, you have a really interesting story. I mean, damn. So
yeah, man.
okay, so that's a pretty crazy story. All right, so you're in India, all this stuff happens. I think what I got from your story, and correct me if I'm wrong, but
Mhm.
I think it's almost like you reached a breaking point when you realize that I can't keep screwing up anymore. I can't keep losing these accounts.
Yeah,
I need to take this
yeah,
seriously.
right.
And that's exactly like what happened to me in January of 2021. I was like,
Hmm.
I can't keep doing this, losing money. So it was like I decided I'm not gonna go for crazy RR. I don't care what other people are doing on
Hmm.
Instagram and making, like, I don't give a shit about that. You literally have to follow a plan and stick to it and not make any stupid mistakes, because when you take, like, for you it was like almost the same situation. I was like, you have to do this. It has to be done one way or the other.
Yeah, I was having nothing, man.
And
My business shut it down. I was having nothing. This was the
exactly.
only option for
So you
me.
had to make this work. And I think a lot of beginners or a lot of people that are stuck, they're not in a they don't take it seriously enough to the point where they say, I have to do this way. They just keep, like, playing around. So is there any advice that you would give to, like, somebody that's kind of stuck in that situation? They just can't, like, they can't get past break even, or like somebody who's in that, like, what is one piece of advice that you could give to somebody to get them to that stage?
First of all, I would say your self-image is very important, man. Like, if you have a poor self-image, how the fuck you gonna like yourself in future, man? Like, it doesn't make sense. So, fix your self-image. Just think, man. You have accomplished a lot of things. If you look at past, man, you are. I think if most of people who are in forex, I think even if they look at past, see yourself. You are just one step ahead. It can be anything. It can be anything, man. It doesn't have to be forex. In journal life, you are just one step ahead. Okay, fix your self image. Say to yourself, man, I can do this. I'm one step ahead. And yeah, man. And secondly, I would say believe in yourself, man. Like, once I was in drawdown, if I was like, man, fuck it, man, I gotta make this thing. If I take some random trades, things like that. I think this is combined, like fixing self-image and believing in yourself. This is the first
100%.
advice that I would give. Believing in yourself is really important, man. Like, once you completely believe in yourself and you are like, I can do this. Nothing is impossible. It might can take time, and yeah, man, just that's it. And second advice I would give is you can't really do it part time, man. I've tried it. You can't really do it part time. You have to get 110%. You can't really make a mistake, bro. You have to once you enter a trade, okay, and if you journal that trade, and after that you realize, man, the time was not me for to enter the trade. Man, there was fucking daily candle was like shit. Anything, it can be any strategy that you follow. I'm not gonna say it as my strategy. It can be anything.
Right.
So you have to give 100% focus, man. If you're not focused, and if you take that loss, that is not coming under the probability. I would say that as a random trade. You can take random trades here, bro.
Yeah.
If you take random trades, you're gonna get happy with the random outcome. You're gonna get fucking you're gonna get pissed at random fucking loss that you don't even know, man.
Right. Right.
That you don't know, like, how this thing happened, and you don't know. So stop taking random trades. Random outcome will make you happy. Random outcome will make you I would say unhappy,
Right.
stressed, and things like that. That's the thing. Random trades will affect you a lot, man. It can finish you. It can like make you happy for a month. It can just destroy you next month. Stop taking random trades, bro. And yeah, just believe in yourself. Stop taking random trades. Put yourself 100% in focus mode. You can't really do it part time. And yeah, initially, of course, everybody you will do like put maybe 1, 2, 3 hours in that. And once you see a little bit of outcome, and then you can switch. But still, you need to give 100% focus.
Yeah, focus.
And yeah, you can't really, yeah, as you mentioned, focus, man. That's all I would say, man.
Okay, cool.
Fix your self-image. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that was some really good advice there, Sam. So yeah, 100% I agree with believe in yourself. Like, even at the time in January when I was just about to give up, I still believe. I had a really
Yeah.
strong belief in myself. That was one. And then something you just mentioned, I still do it to this day. I still take random ass trades for no reason, and then I'm like, why did I just do that? But when you stick to your plan and you take the trade that you're supposed to take, even if you lose it, it doesn't hurt as bad, because losing is part of the game anyways. But at least you can say, okay, you know what, I took a good trade. That's part of my plan. It's okay. But yeah, you gave some. I think you would have gave some really good motivation to some people to keep pushing forward that are probably in a tough situation. Like, I mean, man, you probably went through some really hard times at that time when you were dealing with your boss and all that other shit. But yeah, so thank you for coming on the podcast, Sam. We'll definitely do maybe a follow back later on in the year. Thank you for coming on, and yeah, I'll post all of Sam's links in the description below. I know you have a couple of things and places people can get in touch with you through Instagram and some other stuff, so I'll post those links in the description below, guys.